Coming up shortly, Cole Palmer says he is determined to prove Pep Guardiola wrong as he returns to the Etihad with Chelsea this weekend. Now Conor Gallagher is looking for a contract that is on par with fellow midfielder Moses Caicedo if he is to extend his future at Stamford Bridge. Also, journalist Dean Jones has claimed that Chelsea would not be scared to talk to Leverkusen boss Xabi Alonso about replacing Mauricio Pochettino if he was sacked. Continue watching as the main content follows. Subscribe, like, and hit the bell icon to support this channel. Now in our first news, ex-Manchester City player Cole Palmer says he is determined to prove Pep Guardiola wrong as he returns to the Etihad with Chelsea this weekend. Frustration at the lack of game time led to the 21-year-old's departure last summer, and when asked whether Saturday's game is a chance to show Guardiola what he has been missing, Palmer replied, "Yes, I just try to do that every game, so we'll see." Palmer revealed before the 4-4 draw at Stamford Bridge back in November that he didn't want to leave City, but, after not being given the chance to go out on loan again, he felt that he had no choice but to move clubs in order to play on a regular basis. The decision seems to have worked out for the midfielder, who has scored 12 goals and provided 9 assists in 28 appearances since moving to Chelsea. Liverpool right-back Trent Alexander-Arnold will miss the Carabao Cup final against Chelsea later this month, according to The Times. The England international will be sidelined for several weeks after aggravating a knee injury. The setback stems from a small tear in Alexander-Arnold's lateral collateral ligament suffered during the FA Cup win over Arsenal in January. Despite initial recovery and a comeback against Norwich City, playing through the pain in crucial league games against Chelsea and Arsenal exacerbated the issue. He was forced off at half-time in the recent win over Burnley. This news compounds Liverpool's injury woes, with Thiago Alcantara also facing another spell on the sidelines after a hamstring injury just minutes into his return. Dominic Szoboszlai is doubtful for the final against Chelsea with a similar issue. But the report adds that Alexander-Arnold's absence will create an opportunity for Conor Bradley, who impressed with his first goal for the club against Chelsea in the Premier League. Now Carabao Cup final referee is named for clash between Liverpool and Chelsea, a move that could anger Reds boss Jurgen Klopp. Mark Scholes and James Mannering will be the assistant referees, with Tim Robinson named as the fourth official and John Brooks overseeing VAR. Chris Kavanagh has been named as the referee for the final. Klopp was furious when Kavanagh failed to award Liverpool a penalty during their 1-1 draw with Arsenal at Anfield on December 23. The Liverpool boss was adamant that his side should have been awarded a penalty for a handball from Arsenal captain Martin Odegaard. In February 2021, Klopp was angry after Kavanagh gave Everton a penalty against Liverpool in the Merseyside derby. The incident related to Trent Alexander-Arnold fouling Dominic Calvert-Lewin in the area. Gylfi Sigurdsson scored from the spot, with Everton proceeding to win by 2-0. Furthermore, in December 2021, Klopp was angry after Andy Robertson was sent off in a 2-2 draw against Tottenham. Kavanagh was on VAR duty for the game, with Liverpool also feeling that then Tottenham striker Harry Kane should have been sent off. Journalist Dean Jones has claimed that Chelsea would not be scared to talk to one manager about replacing Mauricio Pochettino if he was sacked. He told Givmesport that he thinks the Blues would happily rival any approach for Xabi Alonso at the end of this season, even if that comes from Liverpool. Alonso has set the world alight this season as far as management goes, with his side leading the Bundesliga after the dominant win over Bayern Munich recently. Pochettino has briefly silenced talk of the sack at Stamford Bridge after a couple of strong results in a row. However, Jones has claimed that they would not be afraid to approach Alonso if they decide to remove the Argentine. He said, "I don't think Chelsea would have any fear over going head-to-head with anyone for a manager. Obviously, at face value, it seems very unlikely Xabi Alonso would choose to manage Chelsea over Liverpool. But right now, Liverpool haven't made that move to get Alonso, and so it could become interesting if Chelsea were to sack Pochettino." Now according to 90 Minutes, Conor Gallagher is looking for a contract that is on par with fellow midfielder Moses Caicedo if he is to extend his future at Stamford Bridge. There has been a lot of talk over whether Gallagher will still be at the club at the end of this season, with his current deal approaching its final year. This is despite the fact that his recent form has seen him step up to be one of the more important players on the pitch in recent weeks. He has also found his goal-scoring touch recently, finding the net 3 times in big moments in the last 2 games. This included a dramatic brace against former loan side Crystal Palace on Monday night, as they returned to winning ways in the Premier League. Following that game, Pundit Jamie Carragher claimed that he had been more impressed by the England international than both Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo. 90 Minutes have claimed that the Ecuador international earns around £150,000 a week, and this is a figure Gallagher would be hoping to compete with if he was offered a new deal by the club. Manchester United are still keeping tabs on Chelsea's target Jeremie Frimpong, according to journalist Fabrizio Romano. Speaking on the United Stand YouTube channel, Romano said that the Dutchman is being monitored by the Red Devils scouts, and the player would be interested in a move to England at the end of the season. I can confirm that Frimpong is really appreciated by people in the scouting department at United. And also Frimpong would love to try an experience in the Premier League. He would really like to try this opportunity in the future. Now, obviously, he's focused on Bayer Leverkusen. It's a dream season for them, but I think in the summer it's a concrete chance for Frimpong to move to the Premier League. The former Manchester City and Celtic player does have a £34 million release clause which can be triggered this summer. The 23-year-old has scored 8 goals and provided 10 assists in 27 appearances for Leverkusen. David Ornstein dropped a big update on Chelsea's striker pursuit which Chelsea fans won't be happy about. The Athletic reporter says Chelsea may not pursue a big-name striker this summer. The trusted journalist says that the Blues could shy away from paying a sizable amount on a new number 9 when the transfer window reopens, as the Chelsea's recruitment policy will continue on a youthful front. We will see some activity in the summer. They will address the defense in attack as well, but it's not guaranteed that they will sign one of these big-name huge money signings. Well, this new development has not gone down well with supporters on X, with many questioning the transfer strategy of the club owned by Todd Boehly and Clearlake Capital. Napoli frontman Victor Osimhen, who according to reports is Chelsea's number 1 target, will have a £110.5 million release clause active at the end of the season. But Ornstein's remarks suggest that the Blues may opt against signing the striker. But Sporting Lisbon's Victor Gyökeres and RB Leipzig's Benjamin Sesko are the younger alternatives that would come under consideration. Now Barcelona have reportedly reached a decision over Frenkie de Jong's asking price ahead of the summer transfer window. Since making the switch from Ajax for a reported €75 million in 2019, de Jong has made a total of 206 appearances for Barcelona in all competitions. At least 42 outings have been made in each of his 4 completed seasons, yet the Netherlands international has spent the majority of his time at Camp Nou with persistent speculation regarding his future. As a result of Barcelona's well-documented financial issues, they have been open to cashing in on their biggest earners and those who would command the most lucrative fee. De Jong is high on the list in each category, yet his contract lasting until 2026 has ensured that he has been able to dictate his own future. Upon the arrival of Erik ten Hag at Manchester United in 2022, de Jong rejected the advances of the Premier League giants, while Chelsea have also been credited with an interest in the past. However, according to Mundo Deportivo, Barcelona are prepared to part ways with de Jong for a fee in the region of £85 million. Chelsea defender Ian Maatsen, who left Chelsea in January, is remaining coy on his future. Maatsen joined Borussia Dortmund on loan last month and the German giants could have a good chance to sign him permanently in the summer. That is because he has a £35 million release clause in his contract, according to the Telegraph. However, the left-back says he is keeping his options open. It may only be a loan, but Maatsen already looks at home at Signal Iduna Park. In 5 Bundesliga appearances, he has managed to provide 2 assists. The Dutch youngster was overlooked by Mauricio Pochettino while at Chelsea this season, making just 1 start in the Premier League. Maatsen is not ruling anything out when it comes to his future, and when asked about remaining at Dortmund, the 21-year-old said, "We'll see after the season. My options are open." Manchester City breezed past FC Copenhagen in midweek, but that win has come at the cost of injuries to Jack Grealish and Bernardo Silva. City won the match 3-1, but Jack Grealish had to be taken off in the 21st minute while Silva, who scored a goal, went off the pitch in the 78th minute. And speaking after the match, Guardiola confirmed that the pair has sustained knocks. Silva has 10 goal contributions in 17 Premier League starts this season, while Jack Grealish has started only 7 league games, scoring 3 goals. Man City are waiting on further news on Grealish's injury, and even if the injury is not serious, the England international will not be available to play against Chelsea next weekend. Now Brentford are seeking a move for Jonathan David as Chelsea target Ivan Toney's replacement. Ivan Toney, one of the hottest prospects currently in the Premier League, is set to be pursued by plenty of English clubs come the summer window, and Brentford will hope to seek his replacement, and it looks like they have already identified his successor, as per Football Transfers. The Bees have set their sights on Lille striker Jonathan David, who scored 8 goals in 21 League One matches. The 24-year-old has been seen as one of the star players who will fill Toney's boots if he leaves the Bees next season. The England international has been sought by Arsenal, Chelsea and Manchester United. However, Thomas Frank's side will face competition from other English clubs such as Aston Villa and Newcastle United for the Lille striker's signing, and it remains to be seen who will triumph. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.